had training wheels on it. And my father explained how he taught me how to ride a bike. He said I used to push you along with the training wheels, and then I took one wheel off, and then when the next thing I know, I took another wheel off eventually, and you were riding the bike by yourself, and you didn't even know you were riding by yourself. And so, basically, investing with training wheels to me might mean that you got a child that's investing for themselves, but you're also investing on their behalf. You're doing things like the $5 a day plan. Remember, in the Black Business School, we don't complain about racism all day. We make plan. We make a plan. We make a battle plan. You got to have a 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 plan. If you do not have a plan for success, then your plan is basically to fail. If you don't have a plan for power, then your plan is to be powerless. That's the so I don't plan to fail. We have a plan. So the $5 a day plan, which is for free, you can go to blackwealthmasterplan.com, blackwealthmasterplan.com, or you can also text the word stock to 87948. I'll send it to you for free. I want everybody to take a look at it. Basically, you're doing the $5 a day plan for your child from the time they're born. By the time they're 20 years old, they got $100,000 liquid. So what that does is that means that they're ready to play the game of grown folks economics. They are economically mature. They've already jumped past the whole like I'm just barely surviving, I'm just struggling, I'm just hanging in. You ever hear people talk like how you doing, man? Oh man, I'm surviving, man. I'm the I'm not making fun of it because I've done it before. I did it when I was young, like just make it. It's rough out here for a black man. Yeah, it is, but part of the reason it's rough for you is because nobody had a plan for you. If somebody had made a plan for you, it wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be like that for you. That's just the reality. That's the truth. So the question is, do we want our children 20 years from now, our grandchildren, our nieces, nephews in 20 years to be doing struggle talk? Like, well, I would invest, but I mean, I ain't got no extra money. Who got money to invest nowadays? Ain't nobody. I don't want them doing struggle talk. I want them to have power talk. What's wrong with black people having power talk? What's wrong with black people being happy? What is it in your psyche that makes you think it's illegal for black people to be secure? What makes you think that you're less black because you're not being traumatized every freaking day of the week? Seriously, I mean, there are people that really believe that if you ain't going through hell, if you haven't gone through hell, if you haven't gone to hell and back, that you ain't really black. Ain't nothing about going to hell and back that makes you blacker than somebody else. Black is not pain. Black should not be trauma. Black should not be struggle. Black should not be agony. Blackness should be beautiful. It should be fun. It should be fulfilling. It should be uplifting. It should be happy. It should be like, the backyard barbecue with playing some Al Green. Everybody's dancing because everybody's bills are paid and they just started a family business that's going to make them another $1 million this year. Right? That's what blackness should look like. Instead we have misidentified it as this toxic, horrible trash dump of a lifestyle where you're in constant terror and horror and agony and conflict, and that's what people think that blackness is about, and I don't think that that's what it's supposed to be. So what I would say with the kids, this is the master plan. I don't care about 2024 that much. 2024 is almost halfway over. I care about 2044 because I believe that if you start doing basic things now, that by 2034, 2044, you will be doing so well that you'll be almost embarrassed to tell other people how well you're doing. In fact, you ever go through that where you're not struggling and you're not going through hell and you're sitting around with other people who are, and you almost feel like you have to be quiet because you don't want to sound uppity. Oh, you think you all that because you got your bills paid. You think you better than us because you bought a house. Right? Really, I mean, I want you to feel that embarrassment. I've gone through that myself. I'll tell you a true story. True story. So when I was in high school, I don't know if y'all know, I'm a huge. I told y'all about my poker experience.